Hi there YouTube, this is the Magnus, bringing you another Total War Warhammer online ladder battle. Today my opponent chose to play as the Empire and I took the Warriors of Chaos. So let's see how that went. I brought a new build which is very heavy on the great weapons with the Chaos Warriors. It's got 4 of the poisonous Warhounds, Chaos Hounds that is, and I also have an Exalted Hero on a Manticore, the Chaos Lord on a Chaos Dragon, and a Chaos Sorcerer on a mount there. And my opponent brings 3 of the Handgunners, 2 Demigryph Knights, 2 Halberdiers, 3 Great Swords, and Karl Franz on his flying mount. Now the idea with this build is to use the Warhounds to deal with missiles, basically, because one of the biggest problems I have with when I play as Chaos is I don't like to bring their cav because they don't do well against Demigryph Knights, or although he didn't bring halberds, so I would have been okay in this case, but generally they just don't trade well. And the problem with their infantry is it's very slow, so these guys bring speed and maneuverability, and as well do the Chaos Lord and the Exalted Hero. So let's see how this plays out. So I'm going to go ahead and advance the whole way across my line. I'm going to send these 2 guys after his cav. The Chaos Warriors with great weapons are not that much worse than halberds at fighting against cav, so it's a decent trade, and they should be able to pin him down for a while. Now, as I have no shields, you can see his handgunners are having a field day here. And so far I've held back the Warhounds, but now I'm going to send 2 this way, and in a second I'm going to try to shoot the gap with the other 2. And again, the idea with these guys is really to pin down the range units as quickly as possible, because it's a real problem for you. So here, his Demigryphs are going to get into these Chaos Warriors, and it's going to be a 2-on-2 fight over there. You can see right off the charge it's pretty brutal in his favor, but they're starting to take damage. Over here, we're about to meet front line to front line. Now he sends Karl Franz over here to try to deal with the Warhounds, but one of them is going to go ahead and get into the handgunners. And these guys these monsters are just great for this. They're not good at fighting anything head to head. These ones were able to pull through a bit, which is what I was shooting for there. But when they face a unit head-to-head, they're going to lose just about anything. Karl Franz here, though, did not do well against my Flying Corps and the Chaos Warhound, so he's already completely broken. So I'm going to let the Exalted Hero chase him off, and I'm going to send my Chaos Lord into the middle. You're going to see his missiles are starting to recover. He was able to chase off most of my Warhounds, but the ones over here on the flank come in now, and he does intercept with Halberdiers. But these guys are under a lot of pressure, and now my infantry is breaking through. And the whole time I'm using the Chaos Sorcerer to cast his Cascading Fire Cloak, and I can't remember the other buff, but the Flaming Sword of Ruin, or whatever it is. In here, the Chaos Dragon is going to have a field day hitting these great swords from behind. They're quickly going to be routed. On the other side here, these guys are still alive. The other one he got rid of. But they did take considerable damage, as you can see here, so not a bad trade as far as money and time. And he's going to get into my rear here, but his line is already completely broken, and I'm just rolling it up like a carpet at this point. So very quick and effective build, I would say, here in battle. It's something I haven't used before, the Warhounds in this way, but I think they may help fill the gap in maneuverability and help make up for the weakness, the missiles you have. Because when you bring Chaos Warriors, for example, you get a shield, which is good, but the bad thing is they're quite unimpressive going against other infantry, because they have no armor piercing, they're not anti-infantry, so they really don't do well against most infantry. They do well against cheap infantry, but that's not a good trade. And as you can see, my opponent has had enough at this point. So let's go ahead and look at how things shaped up. My infantry did quite well. The Chaos Warhounds definitely did their job. These 2 guys actually got into the missiles. These 2 ended up not making it there, but I mean, that's a fine trade. You know, this is 2,000 worth of units. He has about as much in these handgunners, and they also cause fear and they poison, so they're a real nuisance. So I like that about them. The Exalted Hero didn't get any kills, but the Chaos Lord did. Excuse me, bad time to sneeze. Let's take a look at how our opponent did. The Halberdiers were not particularly useful to him. The Greatswords did okay, but for the price they have to do a lot better. The Handgunners were negated pretty early. His Demigryph Knights did well, but well for the price, probably not. But a good game to my opponent. I've definitely been trying a lot of testing and different builds with Chaos, and this is one I'm excited about. So I'd love to hear you guys' feedback. Is there anything you think I could do to make it even better? That would be awesome. If you think it's crap, tell me too. Maybe I just got lucky my first few tries with this, but so far so good. Anyways, again, this is the Magnus. Until the next time, take care and good luck on that ladder.